So I'm just going to give you some quick information on how to do the second part of the lab in case you weren't sure. So you're going to open the projectile motion simulation and click on the lab template. And just FYI, you can get to that. Let me make this window a little bit bigger. You can get to that also from the bottom here. You can go to the home screen, it'll bring this back to that, and then you can pick like whichever one you want to do, right? So for the first one you wanted to do intro, that's for the dropped object. For the fired object, we need lab. Okay. All right. Now, what you're going to do, according to the directions, you're going to set it so it's going straight up at 90 degrees, all right? Pick whatever kind of thing you want to send through the air, all right? And you can set the speed to whatever you like. But it has to be above a certain amount. So I'm going to go with 27 for funsies. And let's just see what happens when I fire that baby up. All right, it goes off of the screen, and there's a couple of ways I can deal with that. I can zoom in and try to do that. Oh, there's that. And I could also make the object just slightly heavier because this is a cannon. We're going to learn that with cannons you've got different forces. So if I make it, let's make the human. See if he goes a little bit less far. Or she. Oh, it went off it. Went all the way up. Guess that didn't work. Alright. I'm going to turn my speed down just a little bit. Because I don't want to reset that. Alright. Let's erase it and fire again. That's good. Alright. Now, what it said in the directions was to pause it at the top. Alright. So I'm going to fire it. And right when it gets kind of to the top of its arc, I'm going to pause it there. Then I'm going to pull down my data range tool, and I can start figuring that out, right? So I'm going to go ahead here, and I'm going to make the first height is 4.6 meters. So then I can go into my data template thing, and I can put in the height. And oh, I need to make sure the time is right. Let's go back here. So it's at 0.2 seconds. The height is 4.6. So I can go back here to this and put in at 0.2, whatever that said. And I have such a short attention span that is not going to happen. 4.6. Sorry. Whoop. 4.6. I'll do one more data piece for you. All right. So let's go ahead and hover over. Can we get the first one? The original height here is at, let's see if I can get, is there one? Ooh, right at 0. We can put that piece of data in. All right. So where are we at here? At 0, it was 0. Sorry, and that was the height. But it turns out that that is also the displacement for the trip up. Okay, so height was 0, and so it turns out that the height above the ground is 4.6, but in this case for the fired object, also the object is 4. It has the distance traveled is 4.6. Let's throw in let's just look at another piece of data here. All right. And we can move this up and maybe look at 1.2. Boop-a-doo. Here we go. Sorry, I can't remember too many things at once. 21.74. So you're going to go ahead and put a bunch of these in there. I do want to talk about one place where your displacement might be different than your height. Oh, no, it's not. The height, the displacement and the height are exactly the same in every case here. It's just that the distance traveled might be different if it's on its return trip down. All right. Let's just quick look at the lab to see if there's anything else confusing. But what you're going to do is, yeah, you're going to make it in a second data table here and make a second graph, but it should all magically happen if you do it the way we did in the first video.